Very good morning, student. Today we are going to learn one of the most important part of English grammar, and that is tenses. Do you have any idea why we need tenses? Okay, so I will tell you. So basically, tenses help us to express time. They tell us when an action happens in the past, in the present, in the future. Without tenses, our sentences would be unclear. For example, I eat, that belong to the present tense. I ate, that belong to past tense, and I will eat, that belong to future tense. So you can see the difference between the three tenses in a different way. The verb changes depending on the time, okay, in every tense. So next we have type of tenses. So we have three main tenses, that is present tense and past tense and future tense. If we talk about the present tense, so basically we use present tense where action is happening now, habits and in general truths. For example, she reads books. In case of past tense, we use past tense where actions that happened in the past. For example, he went to school. If we talk about the future tense, so basically we use future tense where actions that will happen in future. For example, they will travel tomorrow. Okay, so we use present tense of actions happening now or always true facts, and past tense is for what has already happened, and future tense is for things that will happen later. Let's see each in detail. Okay, so basically present tense shows action happening now, habits or general truth. For example, I study every day. This shows a habit. Water boils at 100 degree. This is a fact, and I am reading now. This is happening at the moment. So we are using the present tense while something is happened at that time. So there are four types of present tenses. First we have affirmative, second we have negative, interrogative, and interrogative plus negative sentences. So basically affirmative is a positive statement. For example, she reads novel. In case of negative, we are trying to we are basically denying here for anything. For example, she does not read comics. In case of interrogative, we basically ask questions. For example, does she read novels? And in case of interrogative and negative sentences, this we use to show the strong emotions, how beautifully she reads. Next, we have present tense form. Okay, so in case of present tense, it is basically divided into four main parts. First, we have simple present, present continuous, present perfect, and present perfect continuous. In simple present tense, we basically talk about habits, facts, and routine. For example, I go to school daily. In case of present continuous, there the action happening now. So in that case, we use present continuous tense. For example, she is reading a book. In case of present perfect tense, we use present perfect tense when action completed recently effect on present. So for example, she has finished homework. Next form we have present perfect continuous tense, and we use this tense where the action started in the past and still continues. For example, I have been studying for 2 hours. So now you notice each form of present tense is used differently. Simple present shows the habit, and present continuous shows the ongoing action, and present perfect shows the completed action with result, and present perfect continuous shows the action that started in the past and still continued. Next we have past tense. So basically it has also four forms. First we have past, simple past tense, past continuous, past perfect tense, and past perfect continuous tense. So we use simple past tense where action finished in past. For example, she went to the market. Next we have past continuous tense. We use past continuous tense where action ongoing in past. For example, she was reading when I called. Next we have past perfect tense. We use this tense where the action completed before another past action. For example, she had left before he came. Next, we have past perfect continuous tense. We use past perfect continuous tense for ongoing action before another past action. For example, she had been reading for 2 hours when I arrived. So basically, past tense tells us what has already happened. Notice how the verb changes depending on the whether the action was ongoing or completed. Okay, next we have future tense, and it has also four forms: simple future, future continuous, future perfect continuous. In future, in simple future, we basically use where the action that will happen. For example, she will read tomorrow. And future continuous tense, we use future continuous tense where action that will be ongoing in future. For example, she will be reading at 5 p.m. Next, we have future perfect tense. We use future perfect tense where action that will be completed by a certain time. For example, she will have finished by 6 p.m. Next, we have future perfect continuous tense. So basically, we use this tense for ongoing action up to a point in future. For example, she will have been reading for 2 hours by 6 p.m. So, future tense is all about actions that will happen just like past tense. It also has continuous and perfect forms depending on the duration and completion. So, come to the conclusion part. Okay, so in the present tense, it has four forms, and here I will give you the examples of different forms of tenses in case of present tense, in case of past tense, and in case of future tense. In case of simple present tense, for example, I read, and in case of continuous, I am reading, and in case of perfect tense, I have read. In case of perfect continuous, I have been reading. For a simple past tense, this is the example: I read. In case of continuous tense, past continuous tense, I was reading. And for perfect past perfect tense, I had read. Next, we have past perfect continuous tense. For example, I had been reading. And in case of future tense, simple future tense, I will read. And for future continuous tense, I will be reading. And for future perfect tense, I will have read. I will have read. And in case of future perfect tense, continuous tense, I will have been reading. So here is a full summary of tenses. As you can see, every tense has four forms. Practice is the key to mastering them. So practice on regular basis so you will get a clear idea of tenses. Okay, so that is all about for the today's class. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Take care. Have a nice day.